Hey, welcome back to the channel, you guys. Just pulled into a Love's. I'm up here in Lancaster, Ohio. I'm really tired. I've been driving all day. I left the house this morning 10 a.m., something like that, 10, 11 a.m. this morning. I just got here. It's 11 o'clock at night up here in Lancaster. 12 o'clock if you go by their time. So this is it. 100 videos on YouTube. Can you believe it? I never thought I would make it. I never thought I would make it to 100 videos. I've been thinking about this all day. I actually wanted to do this video tomorrow when I got a little rest. I have a little bit of more of a break tomorrow, but I wanted to do it. Actually, when I got here, I said, you know what, I'm going to do it tonight. So I'm doing it. I should be sleeping, but I'm going to do this video. Um, this is just going to be a hodgepodge video of just randomness. I've been thinking about this all day, about how to do this video, what I wanted to do it about, and everything. And I don't really get all that personal on YouTube. I usually keep to the subject matter at hand. I don't really try to involve my personal life into things. Try to keep it more professional, I guess, on YouTube. But this one, it's just going to be a mix of a lot of different things. I've just been thinking about, I've been on YouTube for about a year, a little less than a year. There's a guy next to me that keeps looking over here, staring at me like, "What are you doing?" I'm doing a YouTube video. I may yell at him and see if he wants to do the YouTube video with me. But anyway, I want to be random, I think, and a little personal too. Um, Britches, bed bugs, and beyond. I think I'm going to name it that. Uh, and company driving is not for me. I think I'm just going to be totally random with this video, just a hodgepodge of different things. Britches, if you want to know what that's about, is cold. I wear shorts all winter long, and I've got my pants on, my long pants on here. It's 40 degrees up here right now in Ohio, in Lancaster, Ohio. It's 40 degrees up here, and yeah, winter has gotten here, and I like that. I like wintertime. I like it a lot better than summer. I have no energy. My allergies really mess up, in the summertime. And I like it whenever it's cold and everything is just down, and the pollen and stuff's what I mean, is being down to where I don't have the allergy issues. I started getting allergies really bad when I was about 14, 15 years old. I started going to the doctor, quite regularly, and tonsil stones, and a lot of pain from allergies. If you're not an allergy sufferer, then consider yourself lucky, because it will get you. And so britches, it's britches weather, it's cold weather. I like it. Another thing, I was talking to my wife, and was telling her that I couldn't sleep in the truck. I was having problems, resting and sleeping in the truck. I kept tossing and turning and just feeling really bad. I felt, physically sick, and I didn't think it was allergies, but I was mentioning to her that I kept getting these like pimples on me. And she was like, pimples? What do you mean? And I was like, they're on my stomach, they're my sides. I'll show you. I mean, they're on my arm. See? And I was like having these little pimples, and they itched like crazy, you know. And she was like, when did that start? You know, when did all this start? And I said, I guess not really too long after I started to work here. You know, I've been here a couple of months, 3 months, however long I've been here. And she said, wait a minute. You've never had this before, and it started like right after you went to work here, and you're itching and you're getting these pimples everywhere. Do you have bed bugs? And I said, I don't know. Never had bed bugs before, so I don't know. And she was like, is it like little bumps, you know, that they itch like crazy and they have like, you know, stuff in them? And I said, yeah. And she was like, you got bed bugs. You know, I'm old school truck driver. I remember a time, which I hadn't company drove since 2007. That was my last year that I was a company driver. I've been an owner operator since then, until we'll get into that here in a minute. But, you know, until this downturn in the economy and everything, you know, I've been an owner operator until like last year. Every company that I had ever worked for before, whenever you got in your truck, it was completely detailed, you know, completely sanitized, cleaned out, checked for everything. And they put a new mattress, you know, it was one of those cheap little flimsy thin mattresses that was rolled up in the plastic, but it was a brand new mattress that they threw in the back, right? This first company that I worked for, this is the third company that I have worked for since I've stopped being an owner operator. That first company, I went and got in a truck, and that was a brand new International. It had like 100 and something thousand miles on it. Brand new truck. And actually, the truck they were going to put me in, they gave that truck to somebody else. When I got down there to put my stuff in, they had changed it and put me in another truck, which it was still a brand new International still, but it was a different truck. It had more miles on it. It was dirty inside. And it was like a bait and switch kind of thing in my mind, you know? I mean, they showed me the really nice truck, really clean and everything. And I accepted the job, but when I got down there, they gave me this dirty truck, dirt all in it. I had to clean the truck up before I left out. And I remember walking in there, and I said, I'm not sleeping on that mattress. I mean, it's not going to happen. I'm not sleeping on it. I will lay down on this dirty floor. No joke. That's what I told him. I will lay down in this dirty floor and sleep before I lay on that mattress. I mean, it looked like, not to be extremely gross, but it looked like somebody had a really, really bad night with Taco Bell in that mattress. I mean, it had, you know, stains in it. And I mean, stains. And I said, no, I'm not going to sleep on that mattress. It's not going to happen. And I took it out and I threw it on the ground out by the dumpster, you know. And I was just like, I don't even want that in my truck. You know, it's not even going to happen. And I don't understand this about companies, you know. It's like, it's like the personal interaction between drivers and managers and companies are just getting so far away. It's like the companies don't even want to like look at a driver as a human being. is what it seems like to me anymore. I mean, just shut up, drive the truck, and get out of here. You know, that's the way it makes me feel. But enough griping about it. I was just like, no. The second company that I worked for, it was different. They had cleaned and sanitized that truck, and they even let me pick out the truck that I wanted. I told them I wanted an older truck, and they let me pick out, you know, the older truck that I wanted. That mattress that was in that truck, it was like this customized foam mattress that had a plastic cover over it, and you could smell like a cleaning agent that they had cleaned it with. So that company was okay on the cleanliness. This company here was more like the first company, you know. And this mattress was so dirty in this truck, just gross. So whenever my wife brought up this thing about bed bugs, I was like, you know, I wouldn't doubt it. I really wouldn't doubt that that's what it is. So we went to the store. No joke. We went to the store and bought this Hot Shot bed bug spray. And I literally picked the mattress up. Look, I'll even turn it around here for you. I cleaned everything. She sanitized my my bed sheets and everything. We've got this washing machine that's got a steam cycle on it. So she went in there and just steamed it, you know, and got all of my bed clothes. Anyway, it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's just craziness how far down we're going with trucking. I mean, it is just crazy to me. I don't understand it. But anyway, think we got that taken care of. I'm going to call the company and see if I can negotiate somehow. And as crazy as it seems, I'm going to call and negotiate something to see if they can't get on some type of personal level with me. Maybe it won't be just a down and out fight to get a new mattress put in the truck. Hopefully it won't. And if they try to give me a used mattress, like the first company, you know, I was telling you, the first company looked like somebody had a battle with a belly full of Taco Bell in that truck. He pulled a mattress out. Well, that first company, he pulled a mattress out that had grease on it. I mean, fifth wheel grease on it and cobwebs and everything, and was dragging it across the shop floor, just grinning from ear to ear, you know, like he was happy. And, oh, I found you a mattress. And I was like, dude. I mean, dude, really? I mean, oh, do we really have to go here with this conversation? So, anyway, I took that. I did end up taking that mattress that he drug across the shop floor, and I put it halfway in the truck and halfway out of the truck, and I have this broom that I sweep the floor with, a little hand broom, and I was literally beating the cobwebs and the dust off of it. And my wife bought me like this plastic, you know, mattress cover thing to put around it. I mean, we're truck drivers, but we're human beings. And if you own a trucking company, if you're watching this video and you own a trucking company, consider us humans. Is that too hard to ask? I mean, really, is that too hard to ask? I mean, I bought a mattress for my truck, my owner operator truck that's at the house. I bought a mattress for it, and like this 3 or 4 inch memory foam topper to put on it, and like this quilted cover to put over it. the whole thing was like less than $300. I mean, that's all it was. Everything there, like this custom mattress that I ordered online, the memory foam topper, and this cover, everything together was like less than $300, and it slept like a dream. And it was mine that I bought, and I was the only one that ever slept on it. Well, my wife did with me a few times, but I mean, it's so nasty to even think about sleeping on a mattress that somebody else did and seeing all this crap and stains and stuff. I mean, it's disturbing. And then you even have to go have the conversation with them, about, yeah, and try to relate to them, this is not adequate. This is not, good. Like you need to have that conversation with them, right? But anyway, that's enough of my griping and carrying on about all that stuff. So it's good that it's cold weather. It's bad, about the bed bugs and the mattress thing and everything. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, beyond, from here on with the channel, beyond. I just want to do more of the same. I just want to do more trucking and politics videos, everything about trucking, about how politics relates to it. And, the election's coming up. And I was thinking about that earlier today. I still have my owner-operator truck. I've met some people on YouTube. I've gotten to where I've talked to some people from YouTube. I guess you could call them acquaintances or friends or something. But, I would like to grow more. And when I first started this channel out, I didn't think anybody would watch this at all. I mean, I thought maybe 1 or 2 views here and there, maybe 10 or something. I was looking at my stats right before I started this video. Almost 2250 on the subs. I think it's 2245. And that's just within the first year. I mean, it's just mind-blowing to me. 250,000 views on this channel. I mean, that's humbling to me. It really is. That's humbling to think that there is so many people that have tuned into this channel. And I'm not as big as some, like some of the big guys that are and girls. I don't mean big as physical, I mean big as YouTube. Big Rig Becca, she just blows it out of the water. I mean, she is just like huge on YouTube. And there's another one, I think her name is Roadrunner Nina or something like Nia. Roadrunner Nia, something like that. I don't watch her channel, but I come across it every once in a while, and she'll put a video out and just 100,000 views or something. I mean, guys just go crazy over that one. I figure it's guys, if you watch her channel, you may understand what I'm talking about. But anyway, she seems like a good person, but she knows how to work the views too. But maybe I shouldn't talk like that. Maybe I shouldn't talk about that, but I just did. So I'm not going to edit this video. So there you go. Anyway, YouTube's been awesome, and I've turned a lot of my friends onto YouTube that never watched YouTube. They never were YouTube people, and I've turned them into watching the channel and listening to it too. Even got my wife to subscribe to the channel. She's not a YouTuber. She's not big into YouTube at all. But she started watching it, and She's made a few comments here and there on the channel. Over the year, it's been ups and downs. I thought I would just take a little short break from being an owner operator and I'd jump right back into it. And thought this downturn wouldn't last. In a way, it just kept dragging and dragging and dragging and kept going and going. And it's like there's no end in sight. I mean, there's really is like no end in sight. Every time you turn on a YouTube channel or you talk to a truck driver or anything about it, it's like we're just killing ourselves, trying to get over $1 a mile. And now a big thing that I've noticed that people are talking about on YouTube is cost per mile, and knowing what your cost per mile is and everything, knowing where your break-even point is. And man, I knew a long time ago, like I've said on this channel before, I used to have this sheet where you broke everything down, and got down to your bottom line. Back in 07, 2007, this was years and years ago when I first started being an owner operator. Back then, your break-even point was somewhere between like 120 and 150 per mile. And that was if you had a paid for truck, and if you had a big truck payment, it was even more, it was getting on up to $2 a mile back then. And, we had that big downturn in 2008, if you remember that, and fuel shot up, like $4 or $5 a gallon there for a while. So, a lot of owner operators left the industry back then. And, it started leveling out, started getting a little better. And then, with everything that's happened, in the last 4 years or so, I mean, like 88,000 trucking companies went out of business last year. 4 of my personal friends, 4, are no longer owner operators. I mean, they're back to company driving or doing some other job. So been hard. It's been tough. It's been a tough 4 years. That's a big reason why I wanted to do this channel, to bring awareness to what is going on in the industry, because all of this is done for a reason. Everyone wants to say, well, even the big companies are hurting, even the corporate companies are hurting. Not really. Not really. Look at JB Hunt, their executive that they just named over there. When she got named executive, bumped up to president of the company, CEO or whatever, she got 150,000 or 150% increase in pay. And, it was like, she was already making millions of dollars, and now it's even millions more. So, no, it's not that bad on the big corporations. Now, there is one, I'll be doing a video on it before too long. There is one major corporate company. It may go out of business, and it may surprise you who that corporate company is. And, I'm going to hold off saying the name of it. I'm going to do a little more research, and look into it a little bit more. But they're losing contracts. They're downsizing trucks, the number of trucks that they have. They have put in cost control stuff, and still doing bad. And that company may very well, they've got a lot of lawsuits against them too. So that company very, very may well go out of business. And when I name the name of the company, it's like it'll be instantly recognized. Everybody's like, I know that company. It's one of those. And it very well may go out of business or get bought out or something, because they're doing horrible. They're doing really bad. and their stock, I can put up their stock, and it's just, like that, straight down. Bad deal for that company and all of its drivers. I think last I looked, they had over 3,000 drivers. So, there's no end in sight. There's no end in sight to what we've gotten here in this mess. And what's bad is everybody is going to be all excited if Trump gets elected, which I don't know if he will or not, but it looks like it's getting more and more like he is going to get elected. Even if he gets elected, I mean, for the first year, probably, it's going to be like him wading through molasses. And it all depends on, if the Republicans flip the House and the Senate, because everybody is so scared of Trump, thinking, he's just going to go in and instantly, like a light switch, change everything. We don't have a dictatorship in the United States. We have a constitutional republic. And really the only thing the president can do is executive orders, and those are limited in scope of what they can and can't do. And he will have to go through so many days and weeks and months of changing the executive orders that Biden put in and redoing his executive orders from when he was president the first. I don't see really anything in trucking. I don't really see anything in trucking or politics changing dramatically until 2026. I really don't. I don't see a drastic change. It's already slowing down. The problems and the issues and everything. It's already started slowing down, and it started leveling out and everything. And we'll have a little bit of an uptick the first of 2025, like it always does in trucking. I was having this conversation with my father-in-law this weekend, and it's normally the way trucking has always been. We have this downturn, October, November. We always have that downturn, and then it ticks up, right there at December, right before Christmas, and then it just hits rock bottom. And that's not just this year. That's been every year in trucking as far back as you can remember. And then January, February is like inventory months, and they're doing their final end of the year calculations and projections for next year and everything. That's normal every year thing too. So, changing presidents, if we do, which we will change presidents because Biden has already dropped out of the race. So it will either be Harris or Trump, and it's going to be a different situation for each one of them. So whichever one gets it, these executives, and that's why I've always said, on this channel, corporations run trucking. Corporations run the trucking company, run the trucking industry. So they're going to get theirs first. They will get theirs first. They will have the big upturn and uptick before it trickles down to, independents and owner operators and all. The big corporations will show their profits first. And that's what sucks about it, because it shouldn't be that way. They shouldn't get first about everything, but they do. I mean, they get the best fuel discounts. They get the best price on trucks and trailers. They get the first choice on freight. Everything is corporate first, and individuals and owner operators and independents and all that, they're way down on the list, and that's just the way it works. I don't like it, but that's the way it's going to be until, somebody decides to stand up and change it. That's why I've called for unity on this channel, and so far, I mean, it's kind of a dead subject because it's hard to get truck drivers together to get on board. Everyone wants to say, oh, well, let's start a union. Well, unions don't work. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mean to make you mad by saying that, but unions don't work. Just look at Yellow Wire. See, did the union save that? No, it didn't save it at all. And you say, oh, well, it was the corporation. Well, the union could have sued the corporation and stopped them from what they're doing, but they didn't. They let the corporation do what it was doing. So unions don't work. They just don't. All they do is make the employees lazy. That's really all they do. Excuse me. But anyway, enough rambling on. Thank everyone. I appreciate everyone being here for my 100th video. I really appreciate it. And here's to 100,000 more. Let's go. Thanks for watching.